Alright folks, today we are going to talk about naming acids. The first thing you have to do is know your acid naming rules. So if you have not written these down, just pause the video, write them down so that you're going to be able to use them. Okay, so let's name these acids. Well, as I look at the first one, I always look at the anion, and this is nitrate. So since this is 8, it becomes an ic acid, so nitrate would become nitric acid. Right? In fact, there's a hydrogen in it. Don't say that's hydronitric. It's just nitric acid. Right? Remember that all acids start with H. Right? This is hydrogen chloride. So ide, and the ide means that it is a hydro. Ic, so it's hydrochlor. Ic acid. Stop it. Alright, how about this one? CO3 is carbonate. So 8 means it's an ic acid. So this is carbonic acid. Right? How about our anion here? Our anion here is acetate. So it is acetic acid. Number 5 is a trick question. Notice that it's the same thing here. Right? Notice you still have, if you count everything here, you've got 4 H's, 2 carbons and 2 oxygens, and here you have 4 H's, 2 carbons and 2 oxygens. Right? So it actually is, this is still acetic acid. It's just a strange way to write it. Okay, so just be aware it might be written in a strange form. But usually, for our purposes, we will write acetic acid this way in class. Alright, how about these guys? Alright, well, this is hydrogen bromide. And ide means that it is hydrobromic acid. Remember, you have to know these rules. If you don't know your rules, you're toast. Got to know your rules. NO2. Well, NO3 is nitrate. So this is nitrite. So this is going to be an OUS acid. So it's nitrite. So it's nitrous. It's nitrous acid. How about this one? H3PO4. PO4 is phosphate. So this is phosphoric acid. Right, how about this one? Well, that's hydrogen sulfide. So ide means it's a hydroic acid. So it's hydrosulfuric acid. Right, how about this one? ClO4. Well, that's got to be careful with that one. ClO3 is chlorate. So this would be perchlorate. If I think of ClO4, that's perchlorate, which means it is perchloric acid. Okay. All right, let's go backwards and do the formulas from this. All right, remember, all of your acids are going to start with H, whether they say hydro something or they don't say hydro something. So sulfuric acid, if we do our rules backwards, the ic acid means it's an 8. So I'm looking for something that begins with sulfur and ends in 8. So that would be sulfate. And sulfate is SO4. All your acids start with H, and SO4 has a 2- charge. So I need 2 hydrogens to begin it. How about nitric acid? Nitric acid, again, we have an ic acid, so we're looking for nitrate. That's NO3. All acids start with H. And because nitrate, the nitrate ion takes on a -1 charge, I only need 1 hydrogen. Hydrochloric acid, well, that means I'm looking for chloride. And chloride is just Cl. That's the one that's on the periodic table. Starts with hydrogen. Chlorine is a halogen, so it takes on a 1- charge. So HCl is correct because I only need 1 hydrogen. Acetic acid, we just did this a couple of pages ago. Acetic would be because it's an ic acid, we're looking for an 8, which is acetate, C2H3O2, and that means we have to start it with an H, And when we start with an H, we look at acetate, and that's a -1 ion, so that means hydrogen. We need 1 hydrogen to go along with it. And how about hydrofluoric acid? That's a hydroic acid. And a hydroic acid means I'm looking for an ide. So if I'm looking for an ide, that would be on the periodic table. So that's F. We begin with H, HF. And the question is, fluorine is a 1-, so that means we only need one hydrogen. So it's just simply HF. All right, how about these guys? Well, here we have phosphorus, which means we're looking for a phosphite. And phosphite is PO3. All acids start with H, and because PO3 takes on a -3 charge, I need 3 hydrogens to offset it. How about carbonic? Carbonic acid means we're looking for carbonate. Carbonate is CO3. Carbonate, again, we have to start with hydrogen. Carbonate has a 2- charge, so I need 2 hydrogens to offset it, so it's H2CO3. Nitrous. Well, that means I'm looking for nitrite, a nitrite ion. Nitrate is NO3, so nitrite would be NO2. Acids start with H. NO2 has a 1- charge, just like NO3, so that means I only need 1 hydrogen. Phosphoric acid means I'm looking for an 8. Phosphate is PO4. Beginning with hydrogen, phosphate has a 3- charge, so it has to be H3PO4. Finally, hydrosulfuric acid. A hydroic acid means I'm looking for an ide. And an ide usually is on the periodic table. So I'm looking for S, which is sulfur. Sorry, we start with H. And sulfur takes on a 2- charge, so it has to be H2S. All right, that's it, guys. See you in class. If you have questions, let me know. Have a good one.